All right, just a little update on the trees for Grandma Bonnie. They're growing some tomatoes that we got for free. But good afternoon, evening. It is I believe the 19th, might be the 18th. I'm not sure. It's Sunday, so it's the 19th, according to my daughter. These are the fruit trees. They're good. They're set pretty well. We'll start with the cucumbers and corn, cucumber trellis and corn doing well. We got to come mow the grass. But the cucumbers doing well. Those are a late plant. These are the straight 8 cucumbers doing well. Corn. Oh, look at this. We're actually seeding. I just now saw that for the first time. Looky there.
I think I saw one of them seeding
Look
the
at
other
that.
day, but not that
All
one.
right. So that's good there. So we're doing good. So we will come back into the garden here. We just got through. Once again, I am fertilizing. So I went ahead and put some Master Blend fertilizer. Blackberries down there coming in fine. Got some few more on the other side, but they were cut way back this year. So, for some reason the irrigation is on. And it just went off. I'm not sure why it's on. Shouldn't be on it this time. But yeah, we gotta come back and cut the grass. We'll zoom way in. These are onions. So we'll do our rows first. Onions doing well. Onions and weeds. So we have some carrots. I don't know if I'm supposed to apologies. I don't know if I'm supposed to fertilize carrots, but I did. I've got 2 rows here, and I went ahead and fertilized one side of it. These are our late plant tomatoes. These are the ones that we got for free from that bucket you just saw. They're actually taking off pretty well. Strawberries, another one I'm not sure really about fertilizing, so I just fertilized the last 3 down there, so they're doing really, really well. We'll do a little walk down our zucchini, and got a couple plants of zucchini are doing. This was going crazy. It's got some zucchini on it, and then some more squashes. This is crooked necks, all the way down to straight neck squash, which I'll show you. We're getting. We've already harvested them. We ate some the other night. As you can see, there's squash in there. So our peppers that are in ground doing really well. Eggplant's starting to take off. The tomatoes in ground are doing unbelievable. So we might have to venture next year outside the fence. Try and put up some tomatoes. So we'll go on the outside of the buckets first. Okra's doing well. And I actually have something to show you. Okra is starting to come in. There's burgundy okra. It's doing well. Sorry for the sniffles. I've got little allergies here. But okra's doing well. There's another little baby okra right there. But wait for it. It gets better. More okra. And then right there, ladies and gentlemen, okra. We got that. Lima beans and beans are starting to come in. Matter of fact, here's pinto beans. I'll go ahead and pick one of these to show you. There's pinto beans, and we'll go ahead and pull that. We've got more pintos. Some that are, looks like they're actually kind of filled out, so we'll really need 2 hands for this, but we'll let those keep growing. Not many pinto beans, but got some green beans. One ready to pull there. Probably could let it get a little bit bigger, actually. Now that I look at it. So if we come down here more, these are Blue Lake bush green beans. They're starting to produce. They'll bush out a little bit more, you can see coming in. Desert buckets. They're gonna get some okra. We're gonna try and plant some more okra. Peas, the English peas are still, or excuse me, the snap peas are still kind of going. So we can come out here and just pull these and get a little snap pea and put it in dinner. So we got some snap peas here. But our English peas, there's one to pull right there. A couple of them. So the English peas are almost done. So we actually pulled a couple buckets of them. You can see there, I got some replant peppers in there. So we pulled a lot of those and actually fed them to the chickens. I got 2 more here to pull. There's still a few peas in there that are growing bigger. So I'm gonna let them get a little bit bigger, and then we'll pull those suckers and put them in. We're probably a gallon bag stuffed full with peas right now. Cucumbers are coming in really well. We'll back out a little bit. Cucumbers looking really good. We've been harvesting cucumbers. By next weekend, I'll have to do my first round of pickles. So I do a spicy bread and butter, which I love. You can actually see cucumbers are coming in. Doing well. So we'll come down the tomato garden here. Looking down the arches, we're getting lots of tomatoes. This one here's got probably 10, 12 tomatoes on it already. It's a celebrity, so it's a determinant. It's going to put out all its tomatoes, ripen, and then be done. Then we get to the up here to the cages, and these are indeterminate tomatoes. These are going to grow as vines and continue to grow all year long. As you can see, I just keep weaving them in and out of the. And when I had to tie up because that tomatoes are getting big, but we're getting lots of tomatoes already. So I have to weave these in and out. The super sweet 100s. If you look here, look at this plant right there. It's just absolutely just producing tons of them. So we're gonna love these. There's a good vine right there. It's got a whole bunch of them on it. So we're getting a lot of. Oh, that's a cool one. Lots of super sweet 100s. They're coming in. We'll have lots of cherry tomatoes. Those are great. I like to actually process the cherry tomatoes because they're so sweet and make kind of like a sweet and spicy salsa. So we got more determinate tomatoes coming in, doing well. We are getting an occasional weed like this, but it literally just comes right out. So once again, I'm kind of moving fast through here. Romas are coming in. Talked to a guy yesterday. He had a 20-foot row of Romas and got 350 pounds of Roma tomatoes. So we're not going to be there, but we'll see what we can get. Peppers are starting to come in really well. This is the sweet banana pepper you can see is already producing. Coming in here, we got some cayenne peppers producing on there. The serrano peppers, they put out a whole bunch of serranos, and habaneros starting to come in. Once again, we just fertilized again, so we're in good shape there. Once again, still not as impressed with these peppers. I still got bugs eating them, and so not happy with all that, but the bells are doing okay. Here's backside of some of the tomatoes. So doing well. My girls in the background, they love coming down to the garden. Cabbage, this one was our happy one. And I left all the holy cabbage that was getting eaten by bugs, but the cabbage is just getting destroyed. So don't know that one's gonna make it. I think I've got caterpillars. So not sure, something we could, I think we're a little late to fix that now. But broccoli is coming in. Got a little bit of broccoli there. So more squash and zucchini in the buckets. Got to come cut these dead leaves off. That's what attracts bugs, is the dead leaves. So you can actually pinch them off. This plant actually does not look healthy at all. So hopefully that fertilizer today will fix that up. Eggplants coming in. You can actually see eggplants starting to set with some fruit. So looking pretty good. So overall, we'll give you kind of an overall view of the garden. So we look around here, there's all the buckets. Come down with peppers, and we got our tomatoes. We got our in-ground stuff here. And what we'll do is I'll walk back here by our zucchini and squash, which are doing great. That definitely does better. Goes to tell you, just we have a real sandy soil, but it seems to do a really good job. So once again, there's kind of a whole look at the garden. Let's go around, take a look at the blueberries because they're starting to produce well. The girls are pulling weeds, which is good. Y'all have experienced the weeds with me. So, but the Master Blend fertilizer, if you have a chance, look it up. Just go to Amazon and Google it. Farmer Terry's where I heard about it. He's a farmer up in Oklahoma, and he does wicker tubs. I just could not afford to turn all these into wicker tubs, so I had to do natural, regular tubs. And next year we'll probably get a little more intricate in our in-ground gardening, because as you can see, it's doing really well. Cucumbers, let me put this back through the fence. Back through the fence here, so it'll continue to climb that fence. See if we see any on the back side here. But we'll come up and Look at this, some peas. I'll pull these. There's not a lot left. It's really not worth the time to go shell, so I'll probably just toss these to the chickens, depending on how many we can get over the next couple of days. But this video is turning out to be pretty long, so we'll take a look at the blueberries. They're doing really well. There's just lots of them, as you can zoom in and just see. They're just as far up as you can see, and we usually get like one of Grandma's canes and pull the top branches down to us, and then grab a hold of the branch and start pulling them. But just to give you a good idea of what a branch looks like, this is one branch right here, and you can see it's got all those on it, and there's just hundreds and hundreds of branches. So this is a typical full branch here, and the way this works is they don't all ripen at once. Oh, look here, they ripen like this. There's actually a blueberry right there. Big fingers, sorry. It's a little tiny sucker. But this is not one that was ready to ripen, and it did. So it's real hard. The ones we get are gonna be very juicy, but they'll start to ripen at different times. So you come out and pluck the ripe ones off. And then it almost seems like by the time you're done going around the bushes, by the time you come around, there's more ripe ones. But you can see there's blueberry bushes here. So just hundreds and hundreds and thousands of blueberries. Just kind of give you a glimpse here. That's all you've seen right now is 2 bushes. Now this is a 3rd bush. As you can see, they are getting close to ripening. The temperature's heating up. Lots of water, made them go, so they'll plump up here pretty soon, even bigger than they already are. Some of these have a lot of leaves on them, which is good, but that protects them from getting burned by the sun. But this is a 3rd plant here. This is going to be our first plant to ripen, and there'll be some good blueberries on there soon. Some of them haven't plumped up very much, but they will. They will. Oh no! Look at this here. Look at this. This is hogs. This is hogs have been down here rooting, so we'll have to take care of that. And hogs been down there digging. So what I'll do is, other blueberry bushes are across the way there. So we'll just come to the back side. This is that one plant here that's kind of ripening. Actually, you know what this is? This is not hogs. Oh, maybe hogs, or this could be I don't see hog tracks. Oh, yep, here we go. Tracks. This is a hog literally sticking their snoot right in the ground and just digging up our dirt. So I know how to fix that. So we'll come around here. This is backside. I'm actually coming around because I kind of want to see. I know we have gophers out here as well, so that may be a little bit of, I thought it was gophers for a while, but now when you look at it, you can actually see this is fresh too. It actually kind of smells like hog. So I think I need to upgrade my spotlight game and come down here. This is one of my favorite plants here to pick because it doesn't have a lot of leaves. Always has a lot. Come around this way so I can block on the camera. Here we go. And the back side. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on this side. I think there's about 8 on the other side too. So the girls are in there picking weeds out. We'll do a quick look, might as well, since we turned this into a super long video. See, I don't know, maybe it's not hogs. I don't know. It's just whatever it is, tearing up the ground. And come over here. Oh, something else I'll show you too, the plums. I've got to come out here and cut our plum trees way back and cut some trees around them away so they get a little more sun. We could probably bulk them up next year. They're producing the blueberries here. Once again, you get in the middle and it just feels like unlimited amount of blueberries. So let me take you over. You can actually see one on the ground right there. That is a plum, a little tiny plum right above. See, so we got big plum tree here. Need to cut it so we could pick. I didn't know it was actually producing. I would have come out here and thinned it out. And more. These are Japanese plums, I believe. Martha told me, and I can't remember. But this plum is as ready as going to get. They are just uber small. They're almost about the size of a grape. So plums are coming in. You can see kind of in the plum orchard here. See, they're already, some of them are ripening and starting to rot. One of them holding is really soft though, really nice. You can see here, here's another one. They're just tiny. The trees can't support bigger plums. They're all itty bitty trees. So we'll see if we can't cut the center stem out when they're dormant and see if they can't start to bulk out and do a little better. We'll plant our other fruit trees next year too, and hopefully in a couple of years we'll be able to have a lot more fruit. Other than that, there's our update. This is I call this the double update because it was twice as long as normal. But everything's looking good. Obviously, lots of things to improve on. You can see our blackberry plant here. They were cut way back. So you can see there are some blackberries coming in. Our new blackberry plant's coming through, but it's getting bugs. I don't know, man. We're getting a lot of bugs. So it seems like the native ones are not, and the ones we just got were. So raspberries got bugs on it. Well, there it is. The May 19th update. Goat barn is back there. We're gonna get some goats here pretty soon. I just talked to my land guy this weekend, and he's gonna come out, and we're basically looking to, from here to the left of the goat barn, we're gonna mulch all that back towards our house, which is back behind those trees. And then inside there, yes, there's the gate, there's a goat barn, and we're gonna mulch inside the goat pen and do some repair work on the fence. Split this entire goat pen into, it's about 100 foot by 100 foot, no, it's bigger than that, probably 100 by almost 200 feet, so about 2,000 square feet. We're gonna split that into two, so we'll have two of them, and then we're gonna add a third to the left of the goat pen, and then we're gonna, from the edge, which goes out about 200 feet past this goat barn, we're gonna take another 200 feet into our high line, which is all the way down in the lower part of our property, across the high line, and we'll fence that in. So we'll end up with quite a bit of grazing space for goats. We're actually not gonna get many, probably about 4 to 6 total. A couple either Great Pyrenees or another type of dogs, 2 of them. But this is gonna be right here, is gonna be where we build our bigger permanent chicken coop. It's gonna house a whole bunch of chickens there. You can imagine just on the other side of those trees there, it's probably where we're gonna put a pig pen. Oh yeah, pig pen. So we're gonna put that over there, kind of keep some pigs there. And then where the corn is, I hope it works. If it does, that's great. But what I'm gonna do is, where the corn is actually gonna be the greenhouse. So I'll show you, I'll back off a little bit here and show you. So right here, basically where the corn is, probably about 4 feet wider than that corn, and where it starts, where the corn starts, probably to about right here in the video. So about 16 feet and about 8 feet wide. We're gonna have a greenhouse that will be about 7 feet tall. And so we'll put the greenhouse there. This poor pecan tree, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Martha loves them, so we're gonna leave it. But I don't know how much it's gonna cramp my style. It's kind of our little workstation. So ultimately we'll have this pecan tree probably cut way back. And then I would imagine right next to the greenhouse, right below the pecan tree, is I'll probably put another little shed right here that we can put all of our garden stuff. So that's kind of like the real pickle preppers. We're really not preppers, but we definitely want to be more self-sufficient, not so dependent on others to control what we can and can't have. So we're really not preppers, but we want to definitely, absolutely learn how to be more self-sufficient, more dependent on our own abilities rather than somebody else's. So, well, that's it. That goat barn right there, the left-hand side from, it doesn't work there. So the left-hand side of the door is going to be the goat. There's a fence, a gate that swings all the way out. Big goats, and the right-hand side will be rabbits. So rabbits, pigs, goats, and chickens. All right. Here's our water setup here. Dawn came out and had water and electricity down here in the fields. This is water coming in from the well. The second box here splits off, goes that way to the goat barn. This is the control valve that goes down to the garden, which we installed. I'm not really sure I've ever showed you. So this is going to be like the super duper long video. But I'll show you. I dug a trench, came all the way down, and we got some leftover pipe we'll get put up. But we came up here. This is where we installed a two-way. So when it comes in here, we have a hose on the outside, and then I have a four-way electronic timer to run the drip irrigation and leave myself an extra one that fills the fertilizer bucket. But then we also have a cutoff pipe that comes out this way, which will feed, the greenhouse. So we're trying to think ahead here, but we appreciate it. If you're watching this, you're probably somebody that knows me really well, which is awesome. So if you think of anything or have any ideas, let me know. Other than that, it's time to hit the house. Have a good night.